Growing up, pizza night was always the best. It usually told us that the week was coming to an end and it was something very special. Well, how about a quick recipe to have that special night any night of the week? I thought so. We're kicking things off with my recipe for white chicken and roasted red pepper pizza. It starts with the store-bought pizza dough because let's face it, who has time to make their own? But we make it super special by making a Parmesan cream sauce. Then we saute juicy pieces of chicken along with sweet bell peppers. The whole thing gets topped with a mixture of cheeses and a sprinkle of dried herbs. It's baked off until it's super golden brown and delicious. And of course, everything we do, you know, it's gotta be simple, it's gotta be easy, delicious, and just good food. So let's get started. All right, pizza night was always something that, you know, we really enjoyed to have. You know, we used to only have it on Fridays. You call the pizza service. Used to be really excited to get pizza coming over to the house. My favorite combo to this day is sausage and spinach with black olives. I love that. But today, a little bit of a variation, a twist to sort of the way we're gonna do it. So check this out. I have pizza dough that you can actually get in the grocery store, in the refrigerated aisle section down by where the cheese is and the tortillas, the biscuits over in that area. I've got pizza dough. You could totally make your own, but why go through all the hassle of having to have it proof and that whole bit? It's just way too much. So if you can't find it in your grocery store, here's a really cool tip. What you can actually do is call up your favorite pizza place, you know, the place that you like, and say, hey, can you sell me a couple of pizza doughs, you know? And then you get them, freeze them, they freeze really, really well, and then you're all good. So grab some of that, or if you know, want to make your own, go ahead, do it. But you don't have to. Pizza dough. So very simple, right? You could do the whole rolling out thing. It's like Play-Doh to me. So I just like to, like, you know, in my hand, just go around like this and just try to smooth it out. It's all gonna bake up together anyway. So, you know, you're gonna be fine either way you decide to do it. If you put it down and you wanna roll it out, just make sure you have a flour surface you can work with, or do what I'm doing. I'm just stretching it out and letting gravity do the rest of the work for me, because anybody got time for all that other stuff. And you know, this is homemade pizza, so there's enough love that's gonna go into our sauce, there's enough love that's gonna go into our filling, which is gonna be really good. So I'm just using a regular kitchen skillet, and I'm using my fingers to sort of just stretch it all out and get it down in our pan. It's gonna be really good. So first things first is I'm gonna drop on some of this delicious cream sauce. This is our Parmesan cream sauce, and while I put this on, let me show you how I did it. Melt a few tablespoons of butter together with flour. Be sure to stir so nothing sticks or burns. While the butter and flour cook together, I use a food processor to grate fresh Parmesan cheese. Once the butter and flour have cooked together for a few minutes, add in milk while constantly stirring. You want to make sure the sauce isn't lumpy at all. Once the mixture starts to come to a boil, it'll thicken. A few moments before, add in the cheese so it can melt through. Be sure to continue stirring. After a few minutes, your sauce will be thick and luscious, perfect for the white chicken and red pepper pizza. All right, so as you can see, that Parmesan cream sauce was super simple to do, very, very easy. And the key again is letting the flour cook out, because you don't want that sort of pasty taste going on. Let the flour cook out, and then once the flour cooks out, bring the whole thing up to a boil. You got to do that part. And it's going to thicken up for you, and it's going to be fantastic. And this sauce, let me tell you, is downright amazing. I mean, what's not to love about this kind of a sauce, huh? It's pretty fantastic. So the next thing is I got this chicken that we just sauteed up with the herbs and the spices. So as I put the chicken on, let me show you how I made it. Just preheat a skillet while it's warming. Cut chicken breast into cubes. I use a pair of clean kitchen shears and cut the breast into strips, and then each strip gets cut down to size. Add in a little olive oil and drop in the chicken. The idea is not to touch it. You want it to get brown and crusty. Season the chicken with salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes, and fennel seed. I toss in fresh sprigs of thyme and oregano to add extra flavor. Just make sure the chicken is cooked on all sides. Once it's done, put it in a bowl until you're ready to use it. What did I tell you? Very simple to do. I mean, downright simple. You can do this. And what's great about this is that, but what I love about it is that we put in some of the herbs, some of the fennel seed, that salt and pepper. So essentially, it's the same flavors you get in your Italian sausage. So you're not really missing much in terms of that Italian sausage taste. But what's great about this is that it has, you know, the chicken part at least, has less of the saturated fat, less of the calories. So it's better for you and you're gonna absolutely love it. That was the oven going off. We got our oven preheated to 400 degrees, so a pretty hot oven. This is gonna go in, it's gonna do amazing things. You see me, I have a jar of roasted red peppers. Hey, you could totally go out and roast your own, not a big deal, but why go through all that work when, you know, they've got some pretty good ones already in the jar roasted up for you. So I'm just using my kitchen shears and giving them a nice little chop and getting them on there, and this will be great. So I got my chicken, I got my red pepper. That's the combo that I like. But let me tell you, anything you like, any frozen vegetables, frozen spinach, mushrooms, you know, everybody has their own sort of favorite pizza toppings. Go with it, use it, it's totally okay. This is a very, very versatile recipe. I ain't gonna be upset, okay? And then finally, the last thing we're gonna top it with some cheese. That's pretty important to have. So I've got a combo here. Like, I'm a combo kind of dude, right? So in the spirit of white pizza and that whole flavor, I'm using some Gruyere, because I had some in the fridge. I'm using some Havarti, and there's a little bit of mozzarella cheese mixed in just for good measure. Just because those are the combos that I like. Let me tell you, white cheddar could work, yellow cheddar could work, whatever you got, you know. Havarti and Gruyere just happen to be really, really great flavors that go with the chicken theme. So that's what I'm using, but knock yourself out. And the last thing I'm gonna do before I get this off into our 450 degree oven is top it with just some dried Italian herbs. I mean, why not? This has the basil, the thyme, the rosemary, the fennel, some of the same flavors that we have going on in our chicken. So it's gonna be fantastic on top. So this goes into a hot oven that is waiting for us at 450 degrees. So after about a good 30-35 minutes, our pizza is gonna be ready to come out the oven. I smell it. It smells great. I've got my gloves on. I'm ready to go to battle and get my pizza out. So I'm gonna pull my pizza out of the oven. Oh yeah, look at that. This is exactly what you wanna see with your pizza. Look, this smells amazing. It looks fantastic. Look at that chicken. That chicken is cooked up just perfectly. Golden brown on the top, that cheese sauce. Look at this crust. This crust that we got is golden brown. This is exactly what you want to see with your white chicken and your red pepper pizza. All right, so I'm gonna go in for a taste, because you know how I gotta do, right? I would cut this all nice and neat, but I got time for all that. I'm gonna get some crust. I'm gonna get some cheese, some pepper, and some chicken, and I'm gonna see what we're working with. I mean, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And remember, whatever flavor combo you like, whatever pepper you like, whatever vegetable you like, that's the good thing about these recipes. You could totally flip them out and go how you want to go. But let's go in for the taste. It's super hot, because we be cooking. See what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna go. Fantastic. The chicken, amazing. Tender. I taste the fennel seed and the seasonings that went in. So I'm not getting that I'm missing something flavor that you normally get with chicken pizza. The Parmesan cream sauce sets it off perfectly. The right amount of salty, the right amount of nutty. You gotta give it a try. I like it because these peppers have turned sweet, so I get a perfect balance of everything. This is totally the way to go. Super easy to do too, right? Little store-bought pizza crust, go down to your local pizza neighborhood. This is fantastic. You gotta give it a try. This recipe and so many more, they're gonna be on my website. The website is www.dariuscooks.com. Two things I gotta tell you. Food is my life, and life is my food. Until next time, I wanna wish you happy cooking from my heart to yours.